Hey guys, before we get into the video, I just wanted to say a quick thank you to all of my new patrons. Because of the quarantine, YouTube has become my only source of income right now, and I was not expecting the overwhelming amount of support from many of you, so thank you from the bottom of my heart. It's made a huge difference, and I kind of am able to breathe a sigh of relief right now. They've told me that my job will be waiting for me, but I've also been hearing a lot of mixed messages, so it's just a really scary time and like a really uncertain time. So for all of you who have taken it upon yourselves to help support me in that way financially so that I can keep, living here and also keep making videos, I really appreciate it. Thank you guys so much. But anyway, here's a video. Hope you guys enjoy. It's time for Thor Dark World. Why are you filming me?
Oh, see, I had this idea.
This will be good.
There's some like back stuff that they don't get to see. And then when you edit it, I'm like, man, we should have included that. So I'm gonna create something out of this. And I don't even know if they're gonna like it, but I'm gonna do it.
Remember we talked about doing a double feature tonight?
Yeah.
We're gonna do Thor Dark World and then Captain America.
I don't know why I thought you said Captain America was first.
Nope.
The MCU, oh Thor.
Jenna, are you excited to watch Thor 2?
Yes and no. I'm a little nervous because of predictions about us thinking that we're not gonna like it. I'm curious to see what's so bad about it.
Kind of like with Iron Man 3, I'd only really seen Thor Dark World, I think only just like once. So there's not much that I remember about it, honestly. I remember not hating it. Like Jenna said earlier, there are a lot of people that are predicting you won't like this and that a lot of the MCU people didn't really like this. This was the movie that caused Kevin Feige and Marvel Studios to change Thor's entire character for the remainder of the MCU. There are a lot of moments in the movie that I know take place and are pertinent to events that happen later on in the series. So in a way, I feel like it's gonna be like I'm watching the movie for the first time again because I really don't remember a whole lot about it. The only things I really remembered were when they were referenced later on.
Avengers really made me warm up to Thor. The comedy piece, which Holden told me that's only gonna get even better. I'm really warming up to Thor even more so. I think of all the characters, he's my second favorite, Iron Man being first.
Holden. So on our live last night, someone mentioned that the actor that plays Loki actually tried out for Thor, or auditioned for Thor. Is that true?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
You chose this for Outland?
So there's been a lot of questions about who is Jenna's girlfriend and like what's who's Jenna's girlfriend? That's what was asked. No, I'm kidding. The relationship dynamic here. Holden and I are married. Jenna is my sister. Roman.
No. According to the comments, Holden is our dad.
I know I look older than I am, but I don't know about
No,
that.
that's my favorite one. I'm sticking to it. Holden's my dad and Matt's my brother.
There's a lot of gross things going on down here in Florida.
I'm really excited for this. Hopefully it doesn't suck as much as everybody remembers it sucking. Here we go. Thor Dark World.
Thor 2.
Can you shut up?
And from that darkness came the dark elves.
Oh God.
We are not gods. We're born, we live, we die.
Anyone else?
That doesn't seem right.
Jane.
A true king admits his faults. What of the lives you took on Earth?
A mere handful compared to the number that Odin has taken himself.
Your father...
He's not my father!
Then am I not your mother? You're always so perceptive about everyone but yourself.
You might want to take the stairs to the left.
Where is the ether?
I'll never tell you.
I believe you.
Yeah, can I have my shoe back?
You must be truly desperate to come to me for help.
You still don't trust me, brother.
Nobody dies in these movies. That is true. No, he's not dead. He is not dead.
You might want to hold on to something.
What the hell just happened?
Forbid me to see her or say she can rule at my side, it changes nothing.
I cannot give you my blessing, nor can I wish you good fortune. Go, my son.
Thank you, Father.
No. Thank you.
The Tesseract is already on Asgard. It is not wise to keep two Infinity Stones so close together.
That's very wise. 1 down. 5 to go.
Just finished Thor, The Dark World. It was better than I remember, honestly, it really was. And I think that if you haven't seen it in a while, or at least like when it came out in theaters, I would give it another watch. Matt does not agree with me, I can already tell. Matt, what did you think about it?
I'm not gonna lie, this one I was very overwhelmed. There was another series I remember being this overwhelmed.
Which series is that, Matthew?
So Star Wars.
Star Wars, right, Star Wars, okay, cool.
Star Wars was the only series that I was like, what happened? Like, I know I seemed like a moron in some of the others, but like,
right.
Star Wars was, Jesus. The imagination in this was truly impressive. In the very beginning, I was like, who thinks of this? This is like, I feel like I'm a fairly creative person. I could never come up with something like this, so good on you. All Silver Chest, I liked her. I would have liked to see a little more airtime for her. As Thor was bringing Natalie Portman up through the new Bifrost, I guess, I really wonder if this is possible and if this is happening somewhere in the universe, you know?
No.
I know, yeah, I know. Shoot me down immediately. Both of you are like, no, you don't know that. You don't know if this isn't happening somewhere. Am I right? Am I right?
It's not.
Where's your evidence?
I too am privy to evidence. When you say, is this happening in the universe? Maybe be a little bit more clear, because I don't follow you.
Is some sort of civilization in the universe
Oh.
jumping from universe to universe?
First of all, you couldn't get into the stories, and now you think this is real.
I mean, if you want to talk about the possibility of other civilizations and other universes, I mean, maybe there's some scientific evidence to kind of back that up. It's possible in that sense that there are other worlds.
I'm saying, what if?
Yeah,
but
I mean,
can it be?
The problem is if you play the what if game, I mean, what if maybe there's a whole world of giant ants that enslave tiny dogs? I mean,
Well, maybe there is. Maybe
there is.
First time I try to go out and extend an olive branch, I try to just expand my mind.
Okay.
I get shot down.
Okay, all right. We're getting sidetracked here. Let's keep it on Thor. What's your next criticism?
It sucked that Mom died. You know, that sucked. But she went out like a badass. Like, I got goosebumps in that moment. I liked that. It was interesting, the parallels in them burning the body. Their ceremonial burning the body in this different universe somewhere. I felt some connection to that. You know, watching the movie Troy, how they burn the bodies, like that's been done here on Earth. It's cool to know that they sort of went to that.
The imagery of her soul
Yeah.
being set free. I like that.
It was good to see Loki regret his last words to his mom. You can see that frustration when he's in the cell, and once Thor gets out of frame, he's like, oh crap, you know, throws the chair up against the wall. I like that. I knew he wasn't dead. They never die in these movies.
That is not true at all. Characters, never mind. we'll get there.
Until Thor cries one tear and it drips down into the wound of whoever, and then they magically come back to life. It's bull. I'm not accepting it. I mean, there was a lot of sci-fi here, but a lot of jumping in and out of universes and planets, and it was definitely overwhelming. I don't know. I think as a whole, I give it like a 5 out of 10.
That's a little bit better than what I was expecting.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, there was a redeeming quality at the very end. I did not fully understand it, but let me start with the quote. I'd rather be a good man than a great king.
Bygone Jim moment.
Bruh. So good. I turned and looked at Holden and was like, why does he not want to take the throne? What is he going to do?
He loves Natalie Portman. He wants to be with Natalie Portman. And Natalie Portman can't be in Asgard as a queen.
So what, he's just going to come back to Earth and join Gold's Gym? What the hell's going to happen?
He said he's always going to defend the Nine Realms. He will always fight for Asgard and everyone else. So he's going to do that, but not in a position of royalty.
So what, in his spare time when he's on Earth? I don't get it.
You mean kind of like Iron Man?
No. Wait. Iron Man is on Earth, brah.
He doesn't have any sort of royalty or anything. He does his own thing, and he also protects everybody. That's what Thor's going to do.
Iron Man has died almost numerous times. He almost died at the bottom of the ocean. Nah.
I think the score, incredible. It really hyped up the parts, the sci-fi parts that I normally would be like, it really made them more dramatic. I thought it was a great scene when the mom died. I thought it was great at the end that Jane, even though she's just a regular old human, tries to shield Thor when the thing's about to fall on them. That was really sweet. I was really proud of Loki that he like sacrificed himself. I thought that was a great end to his character, and I was really disappointed in him at the end when he pretended to be Odin, which is totally Loki, but overall it wasn't.
Yeah, I agree with you wholeheartedly. So you're telling me Loki lived? Got it.
I'll give you this one. You're right, he lived.
There was definitely something missing. I totally didn't understand why they went to Stonehenge. I know there was a bunch of pieces that I missed, so I take the blame on this one. Maybe that's because of me. My eyes were on the screen the whole time. I don't know, this one was tough.
Things that I liked about it, again with the score, I thought was really great. I thought the effects of the movie were really top notch. I forgot how much I really enjoyed that. I love like the scenery of them being like on that dark planet. I feel like the end, like the third act, was a little bit convoluted with them jumping from all the different worlds.
Really?
And I thought it was a little too convoluted. The ether, I can't say too much because there's a lot that ties in from this movie later. And I didn't even remember like that they even touched on some of the stuff that comes in later. But there's a lot in this movie that plays a big part later on. I would probably give this movie probably about a 6 out of 10.
Oh, wow.
So a little higher than probably some people commenting. I didn't hate this movie. I actually thought it was a fun movie, and I enjoyed it.
Is there any movies that you hate, though?
There are no Marvel movies that I hate.
No. In general, besides Cats.
I hated Cats. I hated Cats. I saw Cats in theaters. I absolutely hated it.
The thing about you, Holden, is that you always give it the benefit of the doubt. You always reach for the good pieces of it, and I think that's the creator-director in you. Do you agree?
I mean, I do look at movies from like a filmmaking perspective for sure, because I know that like even movies that are bad, you oftentimes have a lot of people that put their heart and soul into it, and it just doesn't resonate with audiences. And sometimes you have movies that people just don't care and they just throw it together, you know, Sharknado type stuff. But even those movies are so bad they're good, so it's hard to say. I actually thought for sure that I was going to enjoy it, because people were like, oh, the CGI is so bad. I'm like, I don't care. Like, if the movie's good, if the music is good, I'll enjoy it. I absolutely hated it. The entire front row of the theater left halfway. It was awful, and rightly so. Anyway, that's a micro review of Cats. That's it. Do we want to go ahead and go into Winter Soldier?
I do want to say I was concerned with how much I was not going to like this movie because of everyone saying that we weren't going to like it. I liked it more than I imagined that I would. I give it a solid 6.
We're actually going to double feature now. We're going to go straight into Captain America, Winter Soldier, and I couldn't be more excited. This is the big one. I can't wait to watch it with you guys. Here we go.